Hey there, guys. How's it going? Oh my gosh. So, I just watched my last video just to kind of get myself updated on where I was, and I've totally dropped the ball on this. I apologize, but I haven't. Just as crazy as everything has been lately with how emotionally taxing it's been and having two jobs and everything that's been going on, I haven't done any update videos. And a lot of you that are friends with me on Facebook have already seen a lot of the changes that have happened, and it's just been crazy lately. So, good news. So, I think it's been 3 Wednesdays ago now, if not more. Um, I sent my father a letter in the mail the Friday prior to that. Sorry, let me turn on my music real quick. Ha, I love this song. But anyway, so I sent my dad a letter, and in the mail, just coming out to him because to me, I've already gone through so much pain of family saying they love me, but they don't support and accept me. And so I just didn't want to hear that same disappointment in my dad's voice. And so, yeah, I sent him a letter. So when he got the letter, it was just funny because I called him one day and he didn't answer, and I left a message telling him to call me back. He didn't call me back. Then I called him the next day. It was the Wednesday, so we're just talking. We're having a normal conversation. I'm like, has he gotten it? Has he not? What's going on? So eventually he was like, so I'm assuming that you're calling about the letter. And I was like, yeah, I am. Would you like to talk about it? So we talked about it, and it was hard because he kind of gave me the same answer that my other family had given me, but at the same time, he told me that everyone deserved to be happy. And I don't know if that was directed towards me specifically, or if he was just trying to insert something nice to say, or whatever it may be. But that was awesome to hear because everyone does deserve to be happy. And that's what, as a parent, I feel like every parent should say, that regardless of whether or not they believe or they support or whatever their child's life or whatever, unless it's just really negative, which some things can be, but I don't feel like my sexuality is, but that's my own personal opinion. So anyway, so that was awesome to hear. Well, then reality hit about a week later. It was a Thursday, so one day I got a really sad text just saying that someone loved me, but they didn't support me or accept the lifestyle choices that I've been making, and the fact that I was just posting it all over the internet. And then I got a call soon after with a message that just said that I was wrong, and that really, really hurt. And I apologize if the people that said these things to me are offended by me saying them, but I'm keeping names and that kind of thing out of here just because, like, I want to still tell people my story. And if you're watching this and you want to talk to me about it, I apologize if you're offended, but also I want to help other people that are out there. So anyway, so that really hurt, and so I then posted a Facebook status saying, like, that sexuality is not a choice, which I really don't believe that it is a choice. Pardon my vulgarity, but you can't really help that you're sexually attracted to, like what you're sexually attracted to. You cannot help where your body is sexually attracted to things. Like, if you, as a male, get an erection to a male, you can't really help it. And so the same for females. If they're sexually aroused by another female, you can't really help it. And so, like, that's not a choice. That's not a choice. I don't choose who I'm attracted to. I don't choose that kind of thing. Yes, I can choose to be unhappy and live a really, really sad life. I can choose to marry a woman and be sexually unfulfilled for the rest of my life, and all of that if I wanted to, but I don't believe that God has that in store for my life. So there was a lot of arguments and stuff on that Facebook post, and so I apologize if it did seem attention-seeking or whatever, but it's just one of those things that I want to debunk the myths. Like, it's not a choice. Being gay is not a choice. I don't openly choose to have so many people, whether it be family, old friends, whatever it may be, that are going to say that they don't accept or support me. That's not fair. Like, I don't accept or support people. Well, I do accept and support everyone. It's just a thing. Like, yeah, it's just a thing. Because everyone deserves that. Like, yeah, I may not agree with what you're doing. I may not agree with you gossiping, which I gossip too. I'm a sinner. I may not agree with you having premarital sex, but that doesn't stop me from sinning myself. That doesn't stop me from having the temptations that you do. That doesn't stop me from living the same life and having the same temptations that you do. Yet, I'm not going to judge you, or I'm not going to say that I don't accept or support you for your choices. Like, so what? You're a sinner, I'm a sinner. Like, yes, we got to try to be better, but at the same time, we can't choose who we love, and we can't choose how we support and accept them. That's up to God, and that's between God and them, if it's going to be a religious thing or not. So, I mean, that's just where I stand on the subject. This is me. This is not the new me. This has always been me. But this is the Josh that has embraced that. And this is the Josh that has loved that. And I'm so glad that I'm finally to that point. And tonight just got me there. Like, tonight got me there. I was watching Glee, so, yeah, judge me, whatever. But I've watched Glee since my junior year of high school. I started watching it, and I didn't really know what it was doing to me. But I learned so many lessons through Kurt coming out and all these other guys on there and girls that had experienced same love and that same sex attractions and same love and all of that. And it was just crazy seeing that and seeing like their happiness and them truly being themselves and them people coming around them, loving, accepting, and supporting them. Like, yes, there were a couple of situations where it really hit it home, where Santana's grandma, Abuela, didn't accept her, but then in the end she ended up doing it, which I hope that's a way that my family gets one day. As for everyone that doesn't accept or support me, like, I love everyone, and yes, it does suck, and like, so tonight was just the reality that as seeing the wrap up of the end of Glee, it hit me at home, because I literally started bawling, and I haven't cried much. Like, I cried a couple weekends ago for the first time in a year and a half since my uncle's funeral, and that was hard, but today I cried like a baby, because I just realized that, like, if I wanted to go up and hug my mom and for it to be like things like they used to, like, it won't. And that breaks my heart, because I just want my family to love me and accept me and support me for who I am, regardless of sexuality and whether or not they believe in it or not. Like, no, things may not change anytime soon, and I'm not going to change them. I'm not going to have that effect. Yes, I may show them that I can live and be a normal human being like they are, but I can never change them. So, like, it really hurts me, and I'm almost going to break down thinking about it, just because, like, I want to go back to my mom and get a hug. Like, I want to go to my parents and have them support me like they used to. Not monetarily, but just, like, even though things were never perfect, like, it was still one of those things where they were there for me all the time, even if they never said anything about it. And now, sometimes it just feels like that's not even true. And so, like, if my parents do watch this and it's true, call me. Call me and re-embrace me, whatever. But it's really hard knowing that the people, the foundational support that you always had, tell you that they no longer support you or accept you. And that hurts. Hurts like nothing else. So, if you are coming out, if you're a Christian and you're coming out, if you're whatever it may be and you're coming out and you're experiencing these things, feel free to contact me. My Twitter is YouTubePencyFency, YouTubePencyFency, and that'll be in the comments. Along with my email if you want to contact me, whatever. Because coming out is hard, living as a Christian and gay is hard. Like, if you have advice for me, feel free to hit me up, because I always need that advice and a pick-me-up. But then, too, if you need help, feel free to get a hold of me, because I want to help you and, like, help you to not feel the way that I felt. Or if you're feeling the way that I'm feeling, just to support you in that. So I hope that everything is going great for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Let's hope that I can get some YouTube videos and updates sooner. But if not, I hope you understand, because life is crazy and life is busy. I have 2 jobs, and I'm going to New York this weekend. Woot woot. Hopefully updates will come on that soon. But yeah, love life, love those around you, and give people a hug. Give them a kiss for me. Like, just be there for them, because we all need it. And this life is hard alone. Don't ever be alone. You're not alone with me. If you need anything, feel free to contact me. Have a great night. Jesus loves you, and so do I.